Hello everyone, you're listening to Harsh Chat, where we speak from the heart. I'm Erica.
I'm Akila.
I'm Nicole.
And welcome to Harsh Chat. So tonight we're going to be talking about work relationships, how to navigate them, should you add your coworker on social media, how to deal with that annoying coworker, how do you tactfully tell your boss that your coworker isn't doing a very good job, and how to ask for a raise, and office romances, yay or nay. So we're going to get into that.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll do it in our 30-minute time frame. Yeah, but before we get into that, how's everybody doing? Who's got to check in?
Pretty good.
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Still recovering from snow shoveling.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I've been shoveling for like 5 days.
Oh, I stopped. I shoveled that day and I'm like, I'm done. I can get in and out. I will take my time each day. I cannot lift a shovel anymore. I was like, my shoulder blades, my toes were hurting.
Yep.
Like my ankles were like crack, 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 crack.
Dang, I'm sorry.
I was laying on the couch chilling.
That's what my mom was saying too. Like, oh, I didn't have to do it. I was like, must be nice.
Well, they came and they did like, the main part, but they didn't even really shovel it because there was still snow. They just kind of made it doable. In my old, Salem Harbor, they used to really get it. They used to get in between and everything. So they didn't shovel, I couldn't get my car out. It was built, so I had to I just took a broom and a bucket because I didn't have a shovel, and I just kind of kicked it around and moved it out the way. And I had a broom. I did the best I could. So I'm I don't have a shovel. It's the best I could do.
The best you could do.
I used my feet. My clothes were drenched, but I just had to do it that way.
Oh, I hear you. I was doing
So
that too.
Yeah.
Well, good. You improvise. We should see
Girls,
that
you better
you're
get
good
on
at adapting.
Yeah. I said I got to get out of here.
You out-of-staters, you better get on it.
The what?
I said, you out-of-staters, you got to get on it. We got 5 shovels of snow blower.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
But at least it wasn't cold. When I was out there, it wasn't cold.
Yeah, it wasn't too cold.
So,
But
the
other.
When I had to take my 40-minute walk, it was cold.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't as cold, I think, as it could have been. I don't know. To me, it was all just horrible.
Yeah, it's always cold.
That was the first time I ever shoveled snow. So, and
That's
it was
outrageous.
a feat of snow.
Yes.
It was crazy.
Welcome to the blizzard land.
But it's so crazy that it was so bad. I didn't hear any kids outside playing. Because usually, when it snows, they have a snow day. There's kids out. I didn't hear anybody outside. And then, what was it? I think Monday, I heard some kids outside.
Yeah.
So.
Our town decided, because my aunt and uncle live on a corner lot, first of all, it's huge that we have to shovel. Because we're at the corner, all the snow just gets piled right there. So there's this mound of snow. And I'm like, how are people going to see around this corner? There are going to be accidents. And then these kids come up, they're like, woo! I was like, play as long as you want, but don't get no snow on this sidewalk after I shoveled. And they were like, okay.
I know of somebody who built a snowman with a ladder. They built a really tall snowman. They used a ladder.
In the middle of it?
Mm-hmm.
That's outrageous.
Because they wanted to be a really huge snowman.
That's
Aww,
great.
That's cute.
That is cute.
I wanted to build a snowman. I never built a snowman before.
With this snow, I've seen on Facebook people making igloos and having fire inside and TVs.
Oh, that's too much.
I was like,
TVs? How do they get that in there?
I don't even.
Doing too much. Well,
Wow.
I guess on a different note, from the snow, I'm, going on a trip to Dominican Republic with
Yeah,
my
so
friends.
jealous.
Yeah, so no snow. Hopefully I'll come back. You guys will see me. I'll have a tan.
All right,
So, because I've looked in the mirror the other day, I was like, I'm so pale. How? I kind of scared myself. I was like, because I'm also getting over a cold. I looked in the mirror. I was like, well, why am I so ghostly looking?
Aww.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping to get a tan and some sunshine and.
It's a cool place staying at a resort.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Jealous.
I ventured out, though, out of just the resort area. I don't know if you'll do that, but it was I was with someone who spoke Spanish, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, so it's a little
"Alright,
different. Yeah.
let's maybe see if we could do this." We did it twice. We ventured out. It was fun. We didn't die.
cool.
So,
Well, you're here.
we
I'm
going
just
to the
trying to
jungle.
relax.
She's like, I'm not doing nothing.
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's what you need. That's a good place to do it.
Yeah.
Get your cheeky boy.
What about you, Akila?
Well, speaking of having back pains and shoveling, yesterday, one of my extremely good friends called me up and was like, well, texted me, was like, pick a weekend in February, and I was like, my weekend's kind of booked. Like, you already know. She's like, I know we're busy, but like pick one. I'm like, okay. That's when I talk to you guys about scheduling and whatnot.
Okay.
And she's like, okay, I'm not gonna tell you what we're doing until you tell me a weekend. I'm like, okay. I told her a weekend, and I was like, then she's like, what time? I'm like, oh my god. I told her a time, and she's like, last question, facial or massage?
Ooh.
I'm like, what? Hold on. I was like, girl, don't play with me. Like, that's on my list of things to do this year because I've never had a massage.
What? Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, I'm going to do it.
Now you're going to be addicted.
I'm going to do it. But she's like, I'm paying for everything. Like, you take, care of my dog, and you're such a good friend, all this stuff. I was like, oh, my God. Thank you so much. It was. I was like, yes.
Well, awesome. Congratulations. Yeah. You won a massage.
Exactly.
Nice.
So I thank her from the bottom of my heart.
You see?
Good deeds.
Yeah. Comes back to you.
Yep.
You know? And you said you want to do that this year, so you didn't say
There's
when, but boom,
thoughts.
there it is.
There it is.
And real quick before we get into our topic, speaking of that, I told you about that check that I got from the casino. Mm-hmm. It just came in the mail. And it's so weird because, we all watch The Secret. And so when I get mail, I think, it's going to be money. It's going to be money. Every time I get my mail, because, it's usually bills.
Wow, yep. I need to start thinking of that.
Mm-hmm. And I grabbed it, and I was like, you know what? This is money. I'm putting it in my bag. I didn't even open it. And then I got home, I opened it, and I was like, it is money. It is. It was. It's not that much, but it's still.
It's more than you had before.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just want to add that in there.
That's awesome. Love it.
Yeah. So I guess we'll get into our topics of work relationships. So I think, let's start with this question. I think it's a little bit less complicated than the other ones. I mean, they're all complicated, but a little bit less. So what do you think about when your coworker's like doing a bad job and you've got to say something or... I don't got no problem.
Well, no, so it depends what coworker, the relationship,
Exactly.
if you've talked with them before, if you haven't, and also how much it affects your job.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because if it doesn't affect my job or I don't see that it's like really hurting people, like, immediate danger, that's, their problem, the company's problem in a way. But if it is affecting me or, whatever customers or clients they have, like directly and it's not good, then that's a different story.
Yeah. Because, in our field, I don't know if you guys have these surveys, but we'll have to do, like, these quarterly surveys. And one of the questions...
Your job is just all on top of life.
Oh.
Yeah. No. I
know one of these questions is, have you, like, seen anybody else, basically anybody else doing a bad job or doing something that's, what's the word I'm looking for?
Inappropriate?
Not inappropriate, but we'll just go with that. I can't think of the word. But, I'll have that question. And I'm like, I think about things. I'm like, well, no, nothing that's going to harm anybody. I mean, I've seen people that probably could do, but
better.
Yeah. But nothing's going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, I think the first step would be to talk to that person.
You read my mind.
I am.
Yeah.
We were like,
to talk to that person. I think after talking to that person, nothing's done. That's when you go to the next people up.
Yeah.
Because if it's not going to change, it's just going to harm your work. And then you're going to be looked at like, why didn't you do this right? Or why didn't you tell this person? So.
Yeah. Which is why I think it's tough to have relationships at work with to build friends and that kind of, because then it gets sticky because like you're my friend, but we're at work. It's a different kind of environment. And then when you become friends, it kind of like gets real sticky. I think that's hard.
I think if you are, good enough friends and you've established that relationship, your friend will be like, oh man, I dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Like, well, hopefully, it might be like, you know what? They'd be like, oh, you're my friend. So, what do you mean? Like, I thought we were friends.
Yeah. No.
What are you talking about?
You would hope. So.
You hope.
Like, I'm sorry about my money. I'm sorry.
Yeah, business is business, baby.
It reminds me of that Blackish episode. I don't know if you guys have seen it when they were getting a new boss. And Charlie was like doing a bad job at work.
Yes.
And Andre was like trying to help him out and like, telling him, like, come on, get it together because she is like, because he knew he was like going to be marked. She was going to be after him. And then he was doing a bad job, but then it turned out he was like, well, that's beside the point. He was like making all this money. Like, he was doing a lot. Like, he was working at nighttime and nobody saw.
Okay.
But basically when he was at work, everybody saw him as a slacker. And then the boss put it on Andre to be like, well, you're going to have to fire him.
Yep.
He was just like, whoa. Because they had a relationship outside of work as well.
Okay. Yeah, well, that would get tricky. If you
Yeah.
do something like that. I think by talking to the person first, and then if it's still nothing happens, or even if there's issues that created because you said that to them, then you go to the higher up people.
Yeah.
Because we're grown ups. It's like
exactly.
You know, and why wouldn't you be able to try to handle it yourself first?
Right.
Or not handle it, but just suggest. I mean, you're helping them out ultimately. If they want to get all hussy and fussy and blow some steam out their butt, then go ahead. Go burn yourself.
I agree. I think it's best to be honest too, because I think you could throw in. I don't know. I was thinking maybe you could throw in like, I know we're friends. You know, I know that, but this is work. You know, so you're straightforward and honest about it. So they're not like, where's this coming from? I thought we were friends. Yes, we're friends, but this is work. You know,
things have to be done a certain way.
Yeah.
There's rules you have to follow.
So what if you're not friends? And it's just someone
if you're not
you work
friends,
with?
then you don't have to add that part in it.
Yeah.
Which makes it a little bit easier. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just be honest, let them know what's going on.
That's true.
And you can also, I think, another way is if you can, depending on what your position is at work, offer help or a suggestion. That might go over a little bit better than just saying basically, you're not doing your job or you suck or whatever. You can give some suggestions too.
But that can go over badly as well.
Yeah.
It's very touchy. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Someone could be like, and not respect you, so they're not going to respect your suggestion.
Yeah.
And they'll also think that you're trying to belittle them or something like that.
And I think it depends on your job too. It really depends, because you could, if you did want to offer suggestion, you could also say, well, this is what I struggle with. This is me. This is what helped me, and put it that way. If you want, there's different ways I think you can try to spin it.
Yeah.
Because either way you look at it, it's a hard conversation to have.
Yeah. And there's also who that person is and who you are. Are you a woman and that's a man?
Yeah.
Are you this, are you that? I think that there's just
the dynamic.
race, ethnicity, gender. I think all that kind of plays into a factor of how because it makes it even more stickier.
That's true. I didn't even think about that factor, but that just adds on what I guess power dynamic you're at.
Yeah, very true.
Because what if it's your boss that's not doing a good job? How?
Well, then that brings to the next question. Should you be buddy friendly with your coworkers, your boss? For example, adding them on social media and things like that. Having a relationship outside of work. Should you even go there?
I would say yes and no. Yes, because I've had experience with this in terms of I just recently added one of my bosses, not at my therapy job. No. None of them are added to me unless you went to school with me.
Okay.
At my other job, I just recently added the big boss because I've been working there since I was 21. He pretty much knows all my secrets anyway. He's like a grandpa figure now. So
okay.
So I feel like that's okay, but if you're just starting out, I don't know about that because people lie to their bosses a lot.
And that was 6 years, right?
Yeah.
So that's a long time.
6 years.
That's a really long time.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'm still oh well, John will know. But people lie, they'll call out sick and they're going to some certain place and you're friends with your boss, you're fired. It's complicated. I don't know. I wouldn't. If it was a new job or a couple years and I don't trust my boss or people like that, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between coworkers and boss.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a boundary in some form of, depending on what you're in or whatever, but I think that's a little different.
Yeah.
I think it's everyone's own, but I think it's kind of perfectly fine to be friendly with people outside of work because that's kind of where a lot of people meet people. That is their only social network. So it's if you haven't had going to school or going to a different state or being involved in this and this and that, and you pretty much only have work and family, it's gonna be hard to network and be friends with other people and gain friendships. So I think that can be a good thing. However, personally, it always takes just like you know, it takes me a while to actually like open up and be around people that I'm working with, because this is my work. This is not my life. This is my work.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with like school, like PhD. To me, that's really work. I feel like that is a job.
Work.
So like people who I'll add on like social media, I put them under like you can, you know, only see certain things.
Yeah.
Like, I put them as acquaintances, and I have under my thing acquaintances can't see pictures and can't.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works.
It
I
does.
still don't know.
It does work. It does work.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'm with you. I'm pretty much the same. Like I've been at my job. It'll be 3 years this year, and like August, so I got a little bit of time. But I recently like just added people on social network, and it's really only because they found me.
Yeah.
That's really, I didn't go out searching for anybody. And when I was there for a while, I didn't really talk to anybody. I kind of just did my work. That was fine. You know, I come in, I got my work done, and now that I socialize more, it's nice to socialize.
Yeah.
But you know, I still do my work, but I was getting more work done. You know, before.
Oh yeah.
So like that's the part. You know, a lot of times I just kind of crack my door, you know, so I can, you know, get stuff done, and people usually don't, you know, come in or anything like that. But that's the part. I think especially in our field, because people talk. So everybody gets pretty chatty. So you just start talking.
I've gotten so behind on notes because I just was like, and I'm like, shut up. Okay, Nicole, shut up. The other person, shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just keep talking.
Yeah. But I think for me, I am a private person. So I don't like to add on like different. There's only certain people I will add. Like I wouldn't do like my boss or anything like that. But people like on the same level like as me, that's fine, you know. But I still have my reservations. Yeah, of course. So
of course.
And for me, like I don't really work with anybody, so there's no need to add anybody.
Yeah.
There's no office, so. And when there is, we meet like once or twice a year. So it's really not. The only people I ever engage with are case managers, so not other therapists.
And that's why I think for us personally, our opinion is a lot different, because sometimes we do co-therapy and things like that, and we have to work together, or we do like team building or like, you know, social things together. And sometimes if you just work in an office, you know, you're in your office, door closed, you're on the computer or whatever, you might come out, maybe you'll have lunch together. We don't necessarily have to work together. Yeah. A lot of times. We might have projects, but I think ours is like more, especially the work we do, you got to know, it is more personal. You have to know certain things about people. Yeah. If things come up or you're triggered about something, like, or we talk about it after, so.
And I think that's why we're all like the privacy thing.
Yeah.
Because really, I mean, if you hang out with people, you go to happy hour with them, why wouldn't you add them on social networks? Especially, I don't use social network to document my life. Me either. So it's like, but I still get all like, I don't know. I don't know if I can.
It makes you more cautious.
Yeah.
It really does.
But other people, I think in other fields, I think it is a little different. And I think that they, you know, they'll go to, you know, tailgating with them and they'll do this. But, you know, so why wouldn't I add them on my Facebook or Instagram or whatever?
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit more personal, our jobs. That's the problem.
You never know.
Exactly. Yeah. You never know. And
who's using what?
Well, I think one common thread for a lot of young professionals is that, you know, you're a young professional, you're starting out, and you probably still go places and do things, and, you know, you have your social media, and, you know, we're always taught when you get a job, some people like delete those social medias because, like, your boss will look at it and things like that, but you're taught, like, this is my work, and then I have my social life, so you do kind of keep it separate just to be cautious, I think, when you're starting out. Which, you know, I think can be a good thing when you're starting out, because then you'll learn, you know, well, okay, I can loosen up a little bit. But I think if you go into it, like, all loose and, like, I'm adding everybody, I want to be friendly, like, you have to put your job as your priority. I think that's the cutoff.
And it's just cracking me up how we're just talking about social media so much.
But
it's like there's so many aspects of life, but this is, like, the main thing to worry about and to think about and all that. Like, it's just...
Because you go places, you take a picture, or like somebody else tags you on something that you didn't really want to be tagged. Like, you got to tighten up that social media. If you don't want people to see something, because it's like another side of you. It's like your life. You got your work, and then, like, you know, there's your life. Like, take Iffy, for example. Iffy says all the time, I go to work. This is not my life. They have no idea, like, all the things I'm doing outside of work. Yeah. And she kind of just likes to keep it that way.
I don't know how they don't have an idea.
Right? No. She just doesn't talk to them.
Yeah. Look her name up.
She's just very like, all right, prescription, next.
This.
No talking to anybody.
Yeah. Well, then what do you think about, like, office romance?
I think it could work.
Yeah.
It definitely can work. I think it also just deals with the power dynamics again. And if people are mature about it.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I was always against it. I was for a long time. Like, not like I wasn't working at offices. I was working at restaurants, and I was always against like messing with someone that you worked with. And then it happened a couple times. I'm like, all right, well, I'll throw that out the window because it wasn't bad. I'm like, majority of my day is at work, and it's like, and I get to spend that with the person that I'm messing around with. Hey, no problem. Make my day entertaining. But it can get in the way, like you said, I think, of work, getting work done. So I think that's where the maturity, the responsibility, being a little bit more responsible if you're going to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Out of fear of, like, if something happens, you gotta see them every day, and you gotta, like, be, like, looking away or trying to go down a different hallway. I just think it can get really sticky. I know it can work. You know, so it can work for some people, but,
I think anything with work and personal can get sticky.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anything can, but
I'm just one of those don't mix business with pleasure kind of people. That's just where I'm at about it.
Well, I'm about making my pleasure business, so.
Yeah. Opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yeah. Well, but I think either one of them will work because you ultimately are, like, right, Nicole, in terms of, you know, you're with these people all the time, you really start to get to know them, and then you're like, oh, so you like that too? Oh, cool. Like, and then a relationship starts forming. It just happened.
If it works, I mean, it could be really good.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it
doesn't,
it could be really bad.
If it's a bad breakup, or you wind up, or he winds up being crazy.
Yeah, so you gotta weigh the pros and cons and really think about it and determine, is this, like, worth it? Is this something that's, you know, real, or is this just, like, gonna be a fling? Because if it is, then you have to deal with those repercussions, or, you know, what happens if it happens that way. And then your job is number one. Like, that's your income, your livelihood, everything. Unless it's just some job that, you know, you want to go, you don't really want to be there. You find another job. But if that's your job, that's your job. You're not quitting. They're not quitting. You know, you're going to be there. So
you have to really deal with it. So if you're a person who can really deal with stuff and face it head on, go for it.
Exactly.
Because you're going to have to.
But if you know yourself and you know that just if something bad happened and you see the other person all touching up on somebody else and you're going to get jealous, don't do it.
Yeah.
What would you suggest to somebody who, like, this did happen and it went bad and now, like, they're at work and it's difficult?
Currently? Like this, like...
Like, what would you suggest to somebody?
I would say, well, you try to... If you've already worked stuff out with them, you know, it's just like, that's just what it is. It's just kind of like, avoid them. Don't purposely put yourself, because when you're liking them, you're purposely putting yourself in places that they are, purposely doing this. So purposely do the opposite. Don't see them, don't do that, and also try to, as much as possible, like, kind of, what would be the correct way to say it? Like, don't let it end as a, you know, hostile.
Yeah.
Like, so if you do work together, like, regardless, I think, of what happens, unless they're abusive or they're a stalker or, like, something serious like that, try to, like, ease things over and just, like, be mature and just end it that way. And, you know, talk it through, something like that, so you don't have that, like, high tension at work. That's
the biggest part, I think. Talking about it so that, you know, like, if things didn't work out, okay, well, now we got to talk about this because, hey, we still work together. So how do you want to, you know, go about that? So make sure you have that talk so that when you see them, you're not like, oh, I don't know what to do. How to act. Like, do they want me to come over here? Oh, why are they over here? Or one person's like, why are you acting weird? You know, so have that conversation so you know what to expect. Yeah, and then after you have that conversation, like Nicole said, if you don't want to see them and you know they're in the lunchroom, don't go in there. You know, stay where you are, get your work done, get in and get out.
And then in time, probably won't matter.
Yeah.
Like, after some time.
Unless it was like, like you were in love, that's a different story, but yeah, it's a different story.
Yeah, it's not a whole
worry
level.
about that for a while if you fall in love.
Yeah,
But if it's a fling or if it's like that in between fling love type thing, I don't know what you call it, the like thing, like. I like him.
Yeah. This conversation kind of reminds me of also when you're dating within friend circles, like.
Oh yes, no, it's pretty a lot what that is.
Thing. It's just navigating those politics.
Yeah.
Because you're probably gonna always see that person.
Yep.
That's true.
So
you have to be mature. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and
you gotta be mature and don't try to hold on. You need to let things.
Yep.
Let it go.
Speaking of snow.
Yeah, you need to
right.
people need to just let stuff go. So it doesn't have to be a hostile, tension-filled environment once you break up with people.
Right. Well, how do you deal with that annoying coworker? Because not everybody has office relationships. Not everybody has the, social media. Everybody keeps it. But one thing, you might come into contact is an annoying coworker.
I can't give you no advice for that. y'all gonna tell me. I think it's the same type of thing. You gotta ignore them.
I think, you gotta ignore them. Like, ultimately, some phrases that I've been using with my clients are like, will this situation be relevant to you in next year? Mm-hmm. Like, is this gonna affect, like,
if I still got that job?
Maybe, but if you know this person is gonna be annoying, you just... whatever. I can't deal with like, it takes strength. It takes a lot of strength to do that. But I don't know what's like good advice, because it's hard for me to give you guys advice on this because I don't work with anyone.
Yeah.
I do. I work with a lot of interesting people.
Nice way to put it.
Most everybody I like. Yeah. I don't have any issues with anybody that I work with, but I would say that you have to think, okay, I'm going to be here from this time to that time. How much time am I really going to spend with that person while I'm at work? Mm-hmm. Okay, I can do it. And when I go home, I don't have to think about it. I don't got to worry about it. And you kind of anticipate this person's like this. I know how they're going to be. I know how you are. There's no surprises here. Mm-hmm. So there's no surprise. You already know. You can prepare to deal with it. And, if there's like a different way to go in the building, you can go in that building. If you don't have to be around that person, like, don't be around them. Mm-hmm. Always be professional. I would say, be polite and, don't cause anything, because that's going to create more drama. You don't want to do anything that's going to create more drama, because if they're annoying, you're already annoyed. So you don't want to add fuel to the fire. So I would just say it's all about how you think about it and, physically in the office, your proximity to that person. And that's really all you can do about it. I don't think there's having a conversation with them because they're annoying.
No. Yeah, no.
There's none of that.
Yeah, figure out why that person annoys you. Because there's some people that are just straight up annoying. They annoy everybody in the world. Mm-hmm. But figure out why this person is annoying you and all that, because it might have more to do with you than them.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes. Not all the time. No, not all the time. There's a lot of annoying people in this world.
Yes.
Yeah, think about it. And if you're like, think about that. Why does this bother me? Okay, and like we said, let it go. But if it's not, then,
So is that our final things? I think that was a good wrap-up.
Right. I think it all kind of went together. Same kind of advice for each sector.
Yeah.
In a way.
All right, then. If you are an artist and would like us to play your music, or have a product or brand that you would like us to advertise, or if you have any questions or comments, please email us at heartschat@heartschatRadioshow.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope at heartschat, and our Instagram at heartschat.radio. We post a lot of motivational messages up throughout the day, so if you need a little inspiration or pick-me-up, follow our pages. And for more information on Hearts Chat, be sure to visit our website, www.heartschatradioso.com.
We hope you enjoyed our show today. Tune in every Sunday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for a new episode of Hearts Chat. So don't forget to tune in and check us out.
And visit my blog and ask me all of your relationship questions anonymously at americasheart.com. Thank you for listening to Hearts Chat, and we speak from the heart.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.